Randy Boissonnault is a Canadian politician. He currently serves as the Minister of Employment, Workforce Development and Official Languages. Boissonnault represents Edmonton Centre in Alberta as a member of the Liberal Party of Canada. He was first elected in the 2015 federal election. Boissonnault has been a vocal advocate for LGBTQ plus rights and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. Boissonnault's political career has been marked by both successes and controversies. He is known for his strong work ethic and his ability to connect with constituents. However, he has also faced criticism for his handling of certain files. This includes his recent statements about his own Indigenous heritage. Boissonnault has made efforts to engage with Indigenous communities. He has participated in ceremonies and events. He has also spoken about the importance of listening to Indigenous voices. However, his recent statements have raised questions about his understanding of Indigenous identity. They have also sparked a debate about the importance of accurate representation in politics. Randy Boissonnault's claims of Indigenous heritage have come under fire. His self-identification has shifted over time. He initially identified as Cree, he then claimed Métis heritage. Boissonnault now emphasizes his role as an ally to Indigenous communities. This lack of clarity has fueled skepticism and accusations of misrepresentation. Critics question the accuracy and consistency of his claims. Adding to the controversy, Indigenous researcher Chadwick Cowie publicly refuted Boissonnault's claims. Boissonnault had stated that Cowie confirmed his status as non-status adopted Cree. Cowie denies this. He clarified that he would only have described Boissonnault as being adopted by a family with Cree lineage. This refutation further calls into question the validity of Boissonnault's claims. Boissonnault's office attributes the changes in his claims to his family's ongoing exploration of their heritage. They maintain that he has never claimed Indigenous status. His office states that his involvement with Indigenous communities stems from his family's background. However, these explanations have done little to quell the controversy. The controversy surrounding Boissonnault's heritage raises crucial questions about Indigenous identity. It highlights the complexities of adoption, cultural belonging, and the potential harm of misrepresentation. The situation has also sparked a broader conversation about the importance of respecting Indigenous sovereignty and the need for accurate representation in government. The controversy surrounding Boissonnault's Indigenous heritage has drawn strong reactions from various political figures and the public. The Conservative Party of Canada has been particularly critical. They have called for Boissonnault to step down from his ministerial position pending a full investigation. The New Democratic Party, NDP, has also expressed concerns. The NDP has emphasized the importance of respecting Indigenous identities. They have called for greater transparency from the Liberal government on this issue. Public reaction has been mixed. Some have defended Boissonnault. They point to his record of supporting Indigenous communities. Others have expressed disappointment and anger. They feel that Boissonnault's actions are disrespectful and harmful. The controversy has also sparked a broader discussion about the role of allies in Indigenous reconciliation. Some argue that non-Indigenous people should be cautious about claiming any form of Indigenous identity. They believe that this can perpetuate harm and undermine Indigenous self-determination. Others maintain that allies are essential for advancing reconciliation. They argue that it is important to focus on actions and allyship rather than on claims of identity. Section 4. The significance of authentic Indigenous representation. The controversy surrounding Boissonnault's Indigenous heritage highlights the critical importance of authentic Indigenous representation in Canadian politics. Indigenous peoples in Canada have long faced systemic barriers and discrimination. This includes underrepresentation in government. Authentic Indigenous representation matters for several reasons. First, it ensures that Indigenous voices are heard at the decision-making table. Indigenous peoples have unique perspectives and experiences that are essential for shaping policies that affect their communities. Second, authentic representation helps to build trust between Indigenous peoples and the government. When Indigenous peoples see themselves reflected in positions of power, it can help to foster a sense of belonging and inclusion. Third, authentic representation can help to advance reconciliation. By working together, Indigenous and non-Indigenous leaders can address the legacy of colonialism and create a more just and equitable society for all. The lack of authentic representation can have serious consequences. It can perpetuate stereotypes and misinformation. It can also lead to policies that are not responsive to the needs of Indigenous communities. Section 5. Potential consequences and the future of reconciliation. The controversy surrounding Randy Boissonnault's Indigenous heritage has the potential to have significant consequences. The allegations against Boissonnault, if proven true, could damage his reputation and political career. The controversy has already eroded public trust in Boissonnault. This could make it difficult for him to be effective in his ministerial role. The controversy also has implications for the Liberal Party of Canada. The Liberals have made reconciliation with Indigenous peoples a key priority. The controversy surrounding Boissonnault could undermine these efforts. It could also damage the party's credibility on Indigenous issues. The situation highlights the importance of transparency and accountability in government. It also underscores the need for ongoing education and dialogue about Indigenous issues. The future of reconciliation in Canada depends on the willingness of both Indigenous and non-Indigenous people to engage in these difficult conversations. It is essential that the government take steps to address the concerns raised by this controversy. This includes conducting a thorough investigation into the allegations against Boissonnault. It also means taking steps to improve transparency and accountability around Indigenous identity in government. This includes developing clear guidelines for self-identification and ensuring that Indigenous voices are heard in decision-making processes.